everybody, this is Matthew Movies coming at you with the latest in my series of YouTuber reviews, which are exactly what they sound like. Essentially, I've gone out and I've found short films put out by fellow YouTubers, and I've watched them, and I'm reviewing them here in an effort to A, give them constructive criticism, because I think that that is something that any burgeoning filmmaker could absolutely use. B, in order to bring some attention to the fact that they put out these short films, and I will be putting, as always, be putting a link to the short film in the description below, so go watch it, check it out. And finally, C, as a way of celebrating the fact that this website is a great avenue for young burgeoning filmmakers to put out their efforts and get that kind of feedback, which I think is absolutely awesome. So this time around, I'm going to be watching a short film by the name of Your Imagination. It was put out by a buddy of mine by the name of Harry Thomas. He runs a channel called Harry Thomas Productions, and he's just an absolutely great guy. He does a lot of film reviews and has done some claymation shorts in the past, and also has put up drawing videos, which I absolutely adore. You need to put up more drawing pictures, buddy. More drawing pictures. But other than that, he did make this one short film that he actually credits as a short film, and I gotta tell you right off the hop, my first feedback would be, dude, this came out in 2016. It's about time you put out another one. I'm sure you can come up with another idea. I thought that this was very entertaining, and beyond everything else, I will absolutely be going into this short film, but I want to say first and foremost, and just throughout, dude, you gotta do something more like this. You gotta get back up and produce something else, because I thought this was very entertaining and worth a watch for sure. I do think that there are some things that, you know, need to be smoothed out for sure about it, but I thought it was a great first effort, and you need to put out more, buddy. Like I said before, I know you put out some claymation shorts, but put out some more stuff like this, because it was very, very entertaining, and I really enjoyed the spirit of this film. And that to me was the greatest strengths of this movie, is that there was a very endearing quality to it. I mean, I enjoyed the story, but more than anything else, it was the spirit that really got to me. I mean, there seemed to be a real love for what you were doing here, which is why, again, I find it very interesting that you haven't put out anything else since then. I mean, for those of you who haven't seen it, which is going to be the vast majority of you, but please go check out the link and watch it, and then come back and watch this review again, or pause this and do that and come back. But either way, this short essentially, it kind of goes down an avenue that it's not that you've seen in other stories before, but I think it was told in an interesting way. So the lead character is actually played by Harry, and you find out early on he's going, and then he decides to start drawing some stuff, which I thought was really cool, because it was cool seeing him draw stuff again, because I really enjoy his drawing videos. And the difference here is that all of a sudden things come to life, right? So there's a moment where he's kind of just sitting there, and he's like, aha, and he holds up a drawing utensil, and then he starts creating, and then all those things come to life, and then they kind of, you see them, like he draws a bird and it's flying all over the place. But one of the coolest things about it too is you can tell that he did multiple drawings for the bird. So there are points where the drawing, the bird has different expressions on his face. So clearly he would have had to start from scratch, or, you know, I doubt he would have erased it and done it again. But either way, you see different expressions, and you see the bird kind of flying around. It's just a piece of paper, and he's flapping it or whatever, but it's still endearing and entertaining. And then throughout the rest of the film, you see him create a number of other creatures. I mean, there's a knight, there's a dragon, and they all kind of have like little short adventures. And this short is less than 3 minutes long, so it's very compact and entertaining. And to see them all kind of come to life, and to see his distinctive drawing style was cool. And I really enjoyed the ending of this short, where all of a sudden it's kind of him, and you see one of the drawings that you saw come to life and start interacting, and it's just back on the paper, kind of waving goodbye as the dragon takes off behind him. I thought that was a really cool touch. And then a screen comes up asking, what's your imagination? And basically gives you the idea that the whole point of this is that that's what he imagines when he's drawing, and the world that he can live in while he creates in his mind, which I thought was very interesting, because at first it kind of came off more like, despite the fact that the story was it was called Your Imagination, you kind of took it as maybe like the reality of this short film is what you're seeing. But the ending basically makes you think that no, that this was the imagination of the artist throughout, and I thought that was not necessarily a twist, but kind of a neat tweak, and was a lot of fun. I will say another thing, as a complete side note, one of the things that I found interesting is there's a moment where Harry is eating some what you see in a bag that's called posh corn, and I've never heard of posh corn in my life. I'm sure it's just posh tasting popcorn, but I don't know how popcorn can taste posh. That kind of was to me, but a lot of fun. I mean, right off the hop, like I said before, the greatest strength is the endearing quality of this film. I mean, you could tell that there was love behind it, and I enjoyed seeing his various drawing and all that kind of stuff, and I enjoyed the concept of the film. The things that I would say that he'd want to work on in the future is, one, I think the cuts are really harsh. So you go like it's just like there's no fade out or anything like that, and I'm not even necessarily talking about like an actual fade out where it's fading to black and coming back on or anything like that, because I think that would be cheesy. But there's no fade out in the situation that's happening on screen. So you'll see there's like a moment, for instance, that comes early where Harry's walks past the camera and then it immediately cuts to him at a chair, and it's kind of it's a harsh cut. I would try to work on making those cuts blend a little bit better, which I know it might be very difficult to do, but definitely something I would say to work on for sure. And the other major point of view would be lighting. There's a moment, for instance, where something's happening on screen and it is taking place in front of what appears to be a kitchen window, and as a result there is just light from the sun flaring at the camera that really obscures a large portion of the screen. And so those would be my major points of feedback. But other than that, I thought that this was a very, very entertaining first freshman effort. And dude, like I said before, you got to get back up on that horse and make something like this again. I had a lot of fun with it. So those are my thoughts on Your Imagination. Check out the link in the description below, so you can go check it out and come back and let me know what you think, and please support Harry. He's just an all-around marvelous dude who's just he just everything about him comes off like the kindest guy in the world, and he absolutely deserves your support. So please go check out the short and subscribe to his channel and let him know I sent you. Other than that, please hit that like button, hit that share button. It makes it more likely that other people will come check this out. And if you are new here, you just haven't done it yet, please hit subscribe, hit that notification bell. That way you can come check out my new reviews, including my YouTuber reviews, and let me know what you think. Other than that, have yourself a good day.